Hey everybody, I'm your host, Kennedy Shanks, and this is Just a Black Girl at Uni. Let's dive right in. Hey y'all, welcome back to Just a Black Girl at Uni. I am your host, Kennedy Shanks, and today, before we get into our episode entitled I Love You Black Man, which highlights Black male mental health, I'm going to introduce my very special guest, again from Chicago. I need to get out this Chicago loop, but all the best people come from Chicago. I'm sorry, I'm biased. But this person is a friend of mine. We've been friends since high school and even more friends in college now. He is a business major. Let me check my notes. Sorry, y'all. Accounting major with a minor in business administration. I'm so glad I just read this live. And he said he wants to get some money on, okay, to live a comfortable life. So, wherever his degree takes him, I'm sure he'll be successful. Very funny person. And of course, I gotta say this because what I'm gonna say after this, I think y'all will laugh at. But he is an ice cold brother of Beta Tau, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And the only reason why I brought that up is because I want to ask him how he feels about dreams and nightmares. Because I love when they stroll to it, but I don't know, we'll see. Introducing my guest, Reginald King. Hi.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about what I said?
Dreams and nightmares, I'm actually not that big of a fan of dreams and nightmares. It's a very, as people may know, I don't stroll for real. So, it's a very energetic stroll. It takes a lot of energy to, and that's just not me. So, I might just hop in the back of the line and do a little, yeah. But, this is just that's not the song for me. You feel me? It just takes so much out of me. I'm more of I'm a laid back type of, I could do a little nasty song. I could do a little, you feel me? I can do anything slow, anything really, lethargical, but I can't.
Yeah.
It's just the hype stuff is just not.
It's not you. Not it's okay. Well, regardless, love dreams and nightmares. Okay. But like the people say, sometimes we just want to be in the dreams and nightmares and just jump around. But now we're ducking and dodging lines, which is no problem.
I'm the same as y'all. I honestly, sometimes I just be wanting to be a regular person. Just want to be chilling. So sometimes I'll just sometimes at a party, I'll just go on the balcony and just watch. Everybody doing their little thing. Yeah. I'll just go sit on the side, watch. We go, oh, why are you not strolling? I'm cool. I'm going to just let them have it this time. Yeah. And then I'll come back and do my thing later. But
I got you. I just definitely wanted to ask that because, I don't know, some people have some things to say about what I said, but it doesn't matter because either way, if you watched my previous video, y'all will know that I admire D9 for all the work that they do, definitely on Xavier's campus. They always say, who's running the yard? Honestly, every org right now is running the yard, I think, on campus. I know you're a little biased. I think y'all are definitely doing the most. I will say, fraternity-wise, y'all are doing the most. But I feel like everyone's doing something. Definitely these past couple of weeks, everybody's been posting. Everybody's been having events on the UC, on the yard. But okay, I know you're biased, so I'll get that to y'all. Just a little bit. But yeah, speaking of the alphas, this is what basically inspired my episode for today. So I don't know what month that was, but last month, November, bald, you were still
just came out.
I'm gonna insert a clip. To show the transformation that this man has had. But yeah, that was right after y'all crossed. And I was told to go to, it was a men's talk, right, event, and I had to record it because somebody else was supposed to record it. And in mass comm, that's just how it is. If someone can't do it, they'll hit you up and be like, hey, can you record this? So I was like, I got you. So it was in St. Mike's, the Alphas. You all had a talk. It was just a general men's talk about.
Yeah, it was just about anything, about any type of topics that they wanted to talk about, or I think we had some pre-made questions and then kind of asked them to get their ideas and just kind of bounce them off of each other. So.
Yeah, And that's basically how the event was. When I went into it, I felt uncomfortable because I'm like, I felt like I was breaking like the intimacy and like the sacrecy of the, the event, because it was supposed to be for men. And I didn't want anybody to like, not saying I'm like, oh, so impactful, but I didn't want somebody to be like, oh yeah, like I would never, like, because I was in the room. So, but I mean, either way, I still feel like it was a sacred place. And it got me thinking about like male mental health, because of course I know everyone has their struggles, everyone has things that they're working on, but to hear men speak openly about how they feel, and I don't know exactly the brother that it was, but someone in there, which like I put the camera down, I was like, oh, that almost made me cry. He was like, I haven't heard someone say that they loved me, like a friend or something like that. And I was like, dang, like we just expect y'all to be so like, you can take it all. Like I could cuss you out, you could take it all. Or, I don't have to tell you I love you. You should understand that. But no, like y'all have love languages too. Y'all, words of affirmation is not just a feminine thing. Like, of course, we want to hear that you love me, that you think I'm this and that, but like, guys want to hear that too.
Tell me.
Right. So it's like, I really appreciated that experience. And I felt like for me to not be a male, but just to sit back and like listen to what they had to say. And I know you were like one of the spearheads of the event. You guided the conversation. And yeah, what were some things that you heard from them that you felt like you kind of related to and felt like people should hear this?
I think one of the main ones was like trying to be Superman. That was one of the main topics that we kept bringing up. And it's like, for me, I'm the only boy. I have 4 sisters. And so I grew up having to do like anything that a male is supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, my dad is here. He does it. But like when he's not in the house, I'm the person that's supposed to take care of stuff like that. And so I always grew up, and like that was one of the things that was, instilled within me. And it was kind of like, I know it's probably problematic now, but like my dad, my uncle, they always just say like, man up. That was the main thing that they'll say. Like anything that happen, like you'll fall, get hit or something. The main thing that they'll say, like, man up, you good, like shake it off, whatever. And so that's kind of just what I've brought with me throughout my whole life. It's like something happens to me.
Yeah.
Man up, you'll get over it. Like, it's fine. You'll take care of it. It's cool. And it got to a point where it was like, I can't man up no more.
Yeah.
Like, I done manned up as much as I could. And it's like now, like it starts to take a real toll on you, like mentally, physically. Like some days I just be tired to where it's like, I just can't function. Like I really just can't get out of bed, can't do anything like besides lay there. And so, I had to start actually taking real care of myself. And so that was something that I was trying to just let them know, like, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to let people know, like, I can't do this. I'm not going to be able to, take care of that. And so that was one of my main things that I've struggled with. I always was like, if it needs to get done, I'm going to get it done. Regardless of what's happening with me, I'm still going to get it done. It was like that when I played sports. Like I could be injured. Let's believe I was going to play. I was going to suit up, is what it is. I'll shake it off, whatever. And so like now that I'm a little older, even though I'm not that old, but now that I'm a little older, I kind of find myself taking a lot more care of myself. Like I'll take days off for myself and not be ashamed of it, not, feel any type of way because I'm taking a day off, or I'm saying like, no, I'd rather not do this. I'm just going to stay in the house. Like, no, I don't want to go out with you. Like, I'm sorry, but like, it's cool. Like just doing that, taking that time for myself. That's what I've been big on lately. So sometimes you don't have to explain yourself either. Like that's another thing that I had to learn. Like I don't always have to give a reason behind why I don't want to do something. Cause I got to the point where it was just like, I really don't want to do something, but I don't want to hurt their feelings by saying I don't want to do it. So I'll figure out a reason why I don't want to do it. And like, it won't be a heartbreaking reason. Oh, I got to go study. Oh, I got to go do this. Like, like I'll find a way to just not be there. But like now it's got to a point where it's just like, nah, like, I'm just not going to. Yeah,
oh gosh. I feel like I'm struggling with that. I have the yes, like condition, I call it. Like it's not that I don't know how to say no. It's just like, I kind of like what you said. Like, I don't want you to think because I couldn't do it now, I can't do it later. Yeah. And I feel like one thing about building relationships in general is just being able to have trust and to have like, okay, I can't do this for you now, but it will be a day where I can. And I feel like for us, we move so fast. So it's like, okay, well, Kennedy said no twice. I'm not about to go back to her. That's my point of view. So it's like, oh, you need me to do this? Of course. Knowing I have 50,000 other things I need to do on top of school, on top of my own mental health. So I feel like that's definitely something I'm struggling with. And I guess I didn't really think about that for guys. This is just, I don't know. This conversation has already opened my brain.
It goes more than just relationships though. It's friendships too. Cause like, like I said, I know a lot of people and like I'm in a lot of different friend groups. So it's a lot of times where I'll be, so say for instance, like friend group that I've known forever, right?
Yeah.
I'm always hanging out with them and Mardi Gras is coming up. So Mardi Gras, it's a lot of people saying, oh, can we do this together? Can we do this? Can we do this? And so I'm like, I know I've been friends with these people forever. They're a priority. That's who I'm going to be with. So like when friends that I've made this school year ask like, hey, can we go to this together during Mardi Gras? Cool. I'll see what my schedule, like how my schedule aligns. But I'm just letting you know that I'll be doing stuff with people that I've known for longer first. Like you guys, like I'll try to find time for y'all. But I'm just letting y'all know now that I'll be with this certain group of people. And I feel like not a lot of people understand because not a lot of people have as many like you know, connected with as many people as I am. So a lot of people only have like 3 or 4 friends that they hang out with on a regular. So it's always like, oh yeah, y'all want to do something cool, let's do it. And so they don't really understand my point of view where it's like,
you know, so many people.
I know so many people. I just can't tell them, nah, I don't want to do anything with you because I'm, you feel me? Because now it's just like, okay, like, do you not value our friendship? And so now I'm in a predicament where it's like, I can't please everybody, but if I'm telling y'all what it is, all I will hope is that you guys are a little bit understanding of what's going on rather than just immediately bashing me. Oh, you don't care about us. You like her more than you like us, like that. Like no. It's never that. It's more of just like, I'm trying to figure out my own boundaries because sometimes I don't want to hang out with anybody. I would rather just be in my room alone. And so
it'd be like that.
It's a constant thing that I'm trying to work on, but just all I really want is somebody to understand exactly where I'm coming from because it's not a lot of people who know as many people as I do and who have to kind of manage that and try to satisfy everyone's needs. That's really the biggest thing.
And you're in a lot of organizations too on Xavier's campus, so it's like I can only imagine your day to day. So and then it's hectic. That's a lot. But I guess I think I have this not the same because people know me, but they don't. I guess I'm not in enough organizations where they can hit me up to do stuff or like for things I need to do. So like I get a lot of hey, like, and I think freshman year, I definitely like isolated myself. Like I was so focused on my academics. I wanted to get my academics as high as possible, my GPA as high as possible. So like sophomore year, I could really just like, you know, kick it a little bit more, you know, chill, like get to know people. So now I'm getting to know people and now people are wanting to like hang out and do stuff too. So I guess like I'm just entering that world where it's like I have these friends over here that I've been super close with since freshman year, but now I have these new friends that are like, Kennedy, come by my apartment real quick. And I'm just like, y'all, like dinner here, continue to build a new relationship here. Like that's where I'm at. It's like trying to foster my old relationships, but like really start to build the bricks with these new ones where like, you know, the ones that you have, those will always stay. The older ones. But like the newer ones that can maybe help you get to where you want to be, like those, when you're just starting to build those, it's like, dang, I kind of got to put the older people on the back burner a little bit.
And I hate that feeling so much. But it's like, I don't know. I try to preach it. It's like networking. Like, of course, like if they're your friends, they're your friends. Like they'll be real friends. But it's like, it's okay to, you know, still speak to people. Even if y'all don't hang out on a regular, it's okay to still be like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, how was your day? Like, it's okay to still interact with people outside of, you know, the people that you've been close with forever because you never know. And it's not like a using thing. I'm not trying to see what you can do for me. It's more of just how can we collaborate as one to, you know, propel each other forward. It's like figuring out what their talents are and how that aligns with what you're trying to do can really just spark something new that you never would have found out if you never would have talked to that person. So
I gotta figure that out. I guess that'll be on my own mental health episode.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll do a little reverse, little woman's mental health episode. But I do want to take this is kind of on the same, the same path of what we're talking about. But I wanted to talk about like pressures that males have at HBCUs, and I feel like we kind of talked about that a little bit. But I think from a racial standpoint and just like being Black in America, I feel like we all have this pressure, but I think Black men, y'all have it harder because it's like women, we're fighting to get into spaces that y'all are technically already supposed to be in.
Mm-hmm.
But when you really take a step back, like none of us are in those spaces. Like y'all might get the first like dibs and we'll get second ones, but like, it's like we're there, but it's not enough of us on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like not enough people are going back and pulling us forward. I just can't say that one because I might get canceled by Xavier. But I think alumni need to do that more. Sorry. Please pull us. Please come back. Please, because I feel like not enough people are doing that. But yeah, I think from a racial standpoint, being Black in America is also, first, that's the thing, is being Black in America. Being a Black male in America, and then also going to Xavier, where it's not a lot of y'all. So I think that's just one obstacle is like trying to keep going. And if you don't have like motivation to keep going, where do you find your motivation? But one of the things that I had written down were like financial struggles or like balancing mental health in school. But do you think there are any pressures that you feel like a lot as a Black male going to an HBCU or just college in general?
I think the biggest struggle is like, well, really first is just trying to please everyone because like I know my parents, it wasn't really like I wasn't forced to go to college.
Okay.
My parents was like, if you have something else that you want to do and you have a plan, you don't have to go to college. If you know what you want to do outside of that, we can make it work. And so for me, it was like, if I go to college, as long as my parents don't have to pay, I'm cool. And so when Xavier gave me all that money, I said, that's where I'll be going. Like, there's no questions about it. Like, I'll go there, do what I have to do. But it was like, I didn't know what I wanted to do in college. I didn't know what I wanted to be in life.
Yeah.
I was an athlete. I wanted to play sports. That's all I wanted to do. And so when I got here and I wasn't playing sports, it was just like, what are you going to do now? Like, you're just here. And so I had to find myself just really trying to figure out who I was as a person. And so by not playing basketball, though, it gave me time. And that's one of the most important things, having time to figure out who you are and figure out what you like to do, figure out what you're good at. That's how I picked up photography. That's how I picked up, doing social media, fashion. It was certain things that I didn't do before until I had the time to do them. And so getting down here, I appreciated the opportunity of not just being an athlete anymore. Other than that, it was just like keeping a level head at a campus like this, especially with so much temptation in front of you. I never, like when I was in high school, I didn't go out like that. I didn't really,
you just get thrown.
I had like 2-3 people that I hung out with on a regular in high school. So like I didn't really talk to anyone when I got here. It was just like, I'm here, but like, am I really here? Like, I don't really like orientation week. Barely went to any of the meetups. Didn't want to do anything. I was just in my own little shell. And so it took me a minute, but once I got into it, it was like I was just thrown in the deep end. It was just like, okay, people going to this party. Oh, okay, I'll go to the party. People drinking. Okay, cool. People smoking. And so it wasn't really a peer pressure thing. It was just like I haven't done it before. So I would want to try it sooner than later just to see what it is. And then once I got to that point, it was just like, now you got to work on the self-control of keeping and making sure that, you can take care of yourself and not overindulge. Exactly. And so that was really the biggest issue my freshman year was just like adjusting. Yeah, adjusting. Because like first semester, it was cool. Like I took them little classes I had to take. Like I think I had 1B. I had all A's and 1B. Same. It was light. Like I was like, okay, cool. If this is what college is.
First semester was cool. Like, that was like a fever dream. Like,
it was just a whole bunch of nothing. But like, my GPA was cool. So I'm like, I'm not even worried about it. And then second semester came and it was just like I was burned out to the
Yeah.
point where I just didn't want to do anything. So like I
Yeah.
didn't want to go to class, didn't want to, like, I was real life waking up, go get something to eat, come back, play some ping pong, probably
Yeah.
smoke,
Yeah.
all that, and then just like
Yeah.
be done with it. And not, you know, if I wake up, mind you, I'm living on campus. So if I wake up 5 minutes late and class already started, I'm not going to class. Like, it was just, I'm just laying back down. I'm sorry. I'm not getting up and walking to Xavier South to go to class. So like, it was just like, it got to a point where I wasn't really feeling anything, and I had to kind of take a step back and reassess. And mind you, I got all A's and 1C that semester too. So I'm like,
you were still...
if I wasn't even in the right headspace to be doing this and I still got that, it kind of just made me more comfortable. I was just like, okay, cool. I was able to do this here. Is what it is. And so coming back the next year, it was like last semester, I got to a point where it was just like, and granted, it was different circumstances with them that were on me that, you know, I had to deal with, but I was still in a point where it's like, I can't do, like, it got to a point where I had to call my parents, and I was like, I can't do anything right now. Like I was struggling with reading. I was struggling with getting work done. Like I literally couldn't look at a paper and read the words on the paper. Like they'll just start floating. I just had to close the book and just go about my time because I just couldn't do it.
Focus,
and so couldn't focus, none of it. And so I was feeling a certain way about how I was going and like the path I was going on. And so like my parents just told me like, you're extremely talented. Like you've been doing this since you were 3-4 years old. Like it's still within you. You just have to figure out. Yeah, you got to tap into that and figure out what you need to do for yourself to bring that back out. And so like over winter break, I just took the time to myself to kind of just figure out what I needed to do, figure out how I wanted to, you know, come into the second semester. And, you know, now it was just like with the help of my family, it was just like, figuring out how I wanted to do things. And so like one of the things that really helped, every morning, like we started January 8th, I believe, but like every morning for like 90 days straight, we do like a little, I guess you can call it kind of like a focus group or whatever, but like my parents, my sisters, all of my family, aunties, grandparents, they all join a Zoom call, 5:30 in the morning, get up. My mom, she gives like an affirmation. I think the affirmation for yesterday was I stand tall in the face of adversity, and then she'll explain like what that means to her, what that, you know, has done for her in her life, and then open the floor for everybody else to give their word. And then like my dad, he'll give like the word of the day, but it just helps to see like all of these people in one space, together. You know, just telling exactly what they're, even if it's not positive, like everything doesn't have to be positive. Like some people just wake up and be like, I'm tired. I'm tired. I really don't want to go to work today. I don't want to do any of this, but I'm grateful for, like, we'll tell what we're grateful for. I'm grateful for my family, you know, doing this because it helps me get through the day. And then, you know, just saying their goals for the day. Like, your goals don't have to be anything big. Like, my dad's goal today was to play the game. He said, I'm just going to play the game. Like, I'm not worried about anything. Like, me and my wife going to chill. But, like, I'm grateful that they're doing stuff like that because now it gets me within a routine where I'm waking up, I'm journaling, like I'm reading the Bible, and then I'm going to go work out. And then now I'm up, get some work done, go to class, you know, get everything I need to get done. And then by the time it hits 2-3 o'clock, it's like, I'm finished. You have time for yourself. You got time to go do what you want to do. And it was just, you know, this is also allowing me to find different ways to, you know, figure out what I want to do. And like I said, I'm part of so many organizations. So like, seeing how these organizations can play a factor within what I'm trying to do in life is really important as well. Like being a part, like you said, about the alumni reaching back, like me being a part of the pre-alumni council, that is my job to, you know, kind of reach out to alumni and have them come back to campus and give opportunities, because it's like, we got a lot of Oprah Winfrey's within our community. A lot of like, we got it. We gonna give you a little smidget, but we not gonna give you the whole thing. And so like we need Tyler Perry's like that's gonna come bring us where we need to be in life. And so that's my thing. I'm reaching out to those people who you know have the ability to come back and show us what we need to do. And then in the future, that's one of the people that I want to be. I want to be somebody who can go and teach the things that I didn't know to people younger than me, because I don't want them to be 18, 19, 20 just figuring out,
Exactly.
taxes. I didn't even know what taxes was. Don't know how to fill out financial aid, stuff like that.
Literally.
So that's really my main goal within college. It's like college is what you make it. Like
It
you
is.
can't come to college and expect it to be the same as high school. You just go into school, do some work, hang out with friends. No, it's like you have to put yourself out there and meet new people, do new things, step outside of your comfort zone in order to be able to really fulfill your whole college experience and fulfill your journey in life, period. So.
Yeah. That's so real. I think definitely kind of what you were talking about with like starting college and like mental health. Like for me, again, freshman year, I will say I had my time. I did have my time freshman year. Freshman year, first semester. And I feel like it went by so fast where it was like, I'm like, did I even... I'm like, I don't know what classes I took. And when I look back at my schedule, I was like, dang, like I had like 6 classes. I had like 3 here, 3 there. And I'm just like, I was really out of my dorm every day, long hours, and I was fine.
Cool.
I was fine. Like I was still going to parties, going to stuff on the yard. Like I was having my time. But once second semester hit, I fear. And I talk about that time a lot with me getting off birth control and how like emotionally taxing that is. Like when you realize like birth control is actually a drug. Like it's not addicting. Well, I will say for me it was addicting because not that I was like taking it like, oh my God, I gotta have it. But it was like when I had initially started getting off of it, like when I tell you I looked at that pack like, if I just take it, I'll be
Get back on, you'll be straight,
But no, like it was so mentally taxing. Kind of like when you said you got to a point where you called your parents, it was like, I don't know what to do. Like I need help. And I got to that point, literally second semester. I remember vividly. I talk about this in the poem that I made about it. I was on the floor in the L crying on the phone with my mom. Like, I don't know what to do. I need you to come in now. Like, I'm like, Mom, if you don't come in the next 10 minutes, like, I'm leaving Xavier. Like, y'all gonna have to come pack this yourselves. I'm going home. So it was just like, to go through that time, like, I feel like it really shows you your strength. And I think that's one thing that mental health does. It's like when you get, I don't want to say get over it, but get over that hump or get over that, like, this is so hard, that you realize that you are the strongest person you know.
Indeed.
And that you can literally do anything you put your mind to, but it's really your surroundings and how you deal with it. And I feel like for me, once I realized, like, Kennedy, like, this is a drug. It's altering your brain. It's altering how you feel. Yes, you're crying. You don't have a reason to cry. Like, I had reasons, but it was just like, girl, you're crying because the door closed too hard? Like,
it ain't gonna do nothing for you crying.
Right. So it's just like, I was like, crying, get over it. Like, it is what it is at that point. So definitely, I think adjusting. I was extremely homesick as well freshman year. So it was just like adjusting. You were talking about adjusting in your own way. For me, it wasn't necessarily trying to figure out how to balance, like, I don't know, like personal life, work life, like, you know, all those lives. But it was just like doing stuff by yourself. Like, even now, quick segue, like being in these apartments, I talked about this with Olivia in the first episode. It's like, yo, like this feels really adult. And like sometimes I wake up,
so grown.
I remember waking up like last semester, I walked to my sink and I was like, what the fuck?
Why do I have a sink, a microwave, a stove? Like, I'm still
clean and like
I'm
maintain.
literally 18 years old. Why do I have like, I just turned 19. There's no reason that I should be
a whole place to
in
yourself.
an apartment by myself. But like,
literally,
in my opinion, it was good for me because like, I just enjoyed like sitting, like,
and being by yourself.
Just be in my room in the dark. I'll play the game, watch TV, whatever, play my little music. You know, do what I need to do. But like, I enjoy, and I had to find time to do that for myself. Where it's just like, I'm just going to be here. And like, I would rather just, like, a lot of people will call me on the phone and be like, oh yeah, like I don't, like, a lot of, like, for instance, a lot of girls question like, oh, like you're probably talking to her, da da da. But it's like, in reality, it's not even. I literally will flip the camera and be like, I'm literally just sitting in the room in the dark by myself. Like, there's nothing more to it. And so like, that's another thing that I try to preach is just like, take your time to yourself. If you have to tell people no, just tell them no. Like, I would just rather do what I need to do on my own. And it's just like, it's a lot of things that, you know, I would just rather be alone with. So like going to the gym, like I would rather just be in the gym by myself. Like,
okay, so kind of like to start wrapping up this episode. One thing that it's kind of funny. It's not funny though at all. But it's a saying that I have with a friend of mine, and it's a play on the whole niggas ain't shit thing. Because niggas ain't shit, but bitches ain't either. That's what I that's what I think, because the way these women are emerging on TikTok about how to get back at men, I'm like, I've never seen this, but thank you for the advice, babe. Like, you know, but again, to play on those words, me and my friend, we just say, wow, like niggas are people too. Like y'all are people too. Like y'all treat, not y'all, not you.
Oh, it's okay. If the shoe don't fit, don't put it on. So
Period. As long as you know. But like some guys will act a certain way towards women. And I feel like for me, I had to take a step back and like observe it from the outside and say, okay, yes, this guy you were talking to, you said you were clear about your intentions, right, with someone. A lot of people are not. A lot of people will play and act like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna get you this, I'm gonna get you that, like we're gonna be good, come over, like da da da. And she thinking, oh yeah, I changed him. Like it is what it is. But no, he's not on that same wavelength. So it's like, okay, that's when girls will be like, oh, he ain't want that. He just did all this for me. I did all this for him. Niggas ain't shit. But no, I want to know why. Why do we say that? And then it's like, but what makes that person act like that? And again, it could be, like I said, an array of things. It could be maybe a girl treated him that way. It could be the way he was raised and the things he saw. It be the homies. All homies ain't good homies. That's what I'm saying. All homies are not good homies. And if your homies are encouraging you to act outside of your moral beliefs, I need you to run. But some people won't do that. But yeah, what do you think about the whole niggas ain't shit, but then like also niggas are people too thing? Because it's a thing.
I think for men, and it's more of like I said this the other day. I was kind of joking, but I wasn't really joking. So like I was on the phone one time with a girl. I asked, "Oh, where are you at?" And she's like, "Oh, like I'm out with my friends." And instead of like flipping the camera and showing, she turns the phone around. And so like my first instinct was to move out the camera. And so like she got an attitude like that was weird. God. Why would you do that?
No, why would you show me to everyone?
And I'm like, why would you show me to everyone in the like exactly. That was just crazy in my opinion. And so like that's one of those places where it's like, okay, niggas ain't shit. This is where we gonna start.
Why would you get out the camera when I camera?
Like that's weird. Like, but it was just like for me, that was just instinct. That was an instinctual trauma response. Like it's just like,
and I get both sides.
Exactly. I've been in situations to where it's like, you just flip this camera, people just see my face, and now you got 40 people telling me, why was you on the phone with her? Why are you talking to her? I'm like, okay, it's not even feels serious. Like Reggie. Exactly. And so like,
you're talking to
quite literally, that's what it always is. And like and for me, it's even worse because it's like in high school it was kind of the same thing with me. It was like a lot of people saying a lot of different things. And it was just like, it's only one me to defend myself. Yeah. But like it's all these people with all these different things to say about me. So it's like, that was already hard as it is, but I was like 16, 17. So like me dealing with that already at that age, it was just like by the time I got to college, I was already used to it. And so when it happened here, like when Fizz dropped, it was ridiculous. It was just like people were just saying things about me left and right.
Definitely freshman week.
Exactly. And it's anonymous. So like I don't know who these people are talking about me. It's just people talking about me. And so like it's two different types of people. I could have been the person who took it to heart and started speaking up about it, started saying stuff about it. Yeah. But like I said, dealing with that at such a young age.
Yeah, you really could have.
It was literally like I was just.
So
like,
how did you deal with that? Like that's a very real thing. Like because I don't think people take Fizz as seriously as they should.
Yeah, like that.
And I mean, in low key, I will say, like, I be throwing some things on there and be like, okay, what are you doing? But like, that's really like, what is it like? What's the psychology term? When it's like one person does something, it's kind of like the bystander effect. Like we all see that somebody's talking about you,
but nobody will say anything.
Nobody's going to say anything because it's anonymous. So how did that affect your mental health?
I think it was just like when I was in high school, it was more like it was constant defending. Like somebody would say something and it's constantly like,
Yeah.
nah, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about, but this is actually what happened. And so I just found myself over explaining, trying to,
Yeah.
you know, win people back when it's just like, if that's what you want to believe, is what it is. So it got to a point in college where it's like, when people say stuff, you know, when people make posts about me, it's just like,
yeah,
okay, cool. It's like, oh, and sometimes it even surprises me, like what they said. I'm just like,
yeah,
I didn't even know that about myself. Like, you posting it is like,
okay,
cool. And like, you know, and sometimes I just be like, it's weird, but like I'm one of them people who just have never taken anything seriously. So like,
yeah,
when people talk, like, it's been countless situations where somebody has said something about me on Fizz or post about me, you know, close friends, whatever, and I just
the close friends,
look at it.
y'all.
I just look at it. I laugh. I'll be like, why?
Okay.
Like, you took all this time out of your day to make a post about me,
Which,
and I don't even talk to you. Like,
that says a lot about you, though.
Exactly. So I just be like, cool. Like,
yeah,
you like it, I love it.
Yeah,
it's fine. But like now, it gets to a point where I really just don't care. I might laugh at it. I might, you know, make a little joke about it. Like the other day, somebody posted, I hate that one SpongeBob looking outfit, and somebody commented my name under it. Mind you, I found out who commented my name. It was funny, but like, it was just one of my friends. She was just joking or whatever. But like, I seen it and like I laughed at it. I was just like, dang, SpongeBob. But it was like, damn, SpongeBob. Like, it could have been anybody else, but SpongeBob. And so instead of like, you know, getting in an uproar, going in the comments, fighting back, it was just like, I just go post on my Instagram and just put the SpongeBob music behind it, because it's like,
that's funny.
It's all a joke to me. Like, it's nothing has ever been that serious to take time out of my day to try to defend myself. It's like, you think what you want to think. Like I said, the real know the real, and it's like, other than that, I really could care less about how you feel about me. Because, like,
but that's really good though for you to, because I feel like if you didn't have that past experience in high school, like, you could have taken that really hard.
Oh,
like,
yeah, it would have been bad.
Definitely, like I said, freshman week, like, you stayed in the tabloids. Like, I fear you stayed on Fizz every day. And definitely, like, the comments about, like, because I know what PDA has, like, a, 5 p.m. on Sunday rule or something, where it's like, after
it's like you can't talk to no one.
The way people had countdowns, like, countdown to when I'm finna slide in Reggie DMs, like, just crazy stuff like that. Like, that stuff was funny. But, like, the other stuff where they'll, like, take pictures of you.
Yeah, that's just, It is
like,
weird.
Like,
I was just like, I just don't be understood, because like, I'm a real person. I kind of feel like it's the same as I don't think they understand that we are real people.
Y'all, Reggie's a real person.
When you take pictures of people and like post them
weird.
And say something about them anonymously, you're like, these are real life people doing real life things. So like, you're speaking on somebody you barely know anything about, and it's just. It gets weird.
Very weird.
But like, you know, some of it is funny. So like, y'all continue to do what y'all do.
But y'all gotta keep it cute. Like, not even just with you, but just people in general. Like, Fizz it can be a funny place. Like, when you talk about school stuff, like stuff in the calf, like that stuff is funny.
Yeah.
But when you start taking pictures of people, when you start calling out people's names and saying like, oh, this and that,
relationships, et cetera, like,
and honestly spewing lies. Like, the way I could go on Fizz right now and be like, oh, did you know Kennedy and like this random person? Like, I can start my own rumors. Like, that's the thing that people don't
will
get.
Believe it. That's what makes it even worse, because they will just sit there and eat it up
and be posting it on their clothes.
Oh yeah, I seen it. Oh, y'all seen this post about that? And then somebody come to me. Oh, I heard you died. I'm like, I don't even know this girl. I don't even know who you're talking about. I don't know her name, none of it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's one thing I will say is Fizz, y'all got to, I don't know. It's a good app, but I don't think it's not regulated enough as it should be. And for me to be a moderator, like, one thing is we all have to agree to take the post down, all the other moderators. And I'm like, bro, if I know it's bad, just let me take it down. Just let me take it down. If this is obviously talking about something, just let me take it down. So I think one thing with Fizz is like, when they post people on there, y'all, please keep it cute. People have lives. People have feelings. Okay, they're well known on campus. Maybe they're not well known on campus. It doesn't matter. You shouldn't be dropping names. You shouldn't be talking about people, because everyone doesn't take it as easy as Reggie. Some people will really take that to heart. Like, it really could have went left if you didn't, address it the way you did. So I applaud you for that, because me, I'd have been like, I would have went on live, IG live, like Nicki Minaj.
IG live is crazy. I don't
Be
even
like,
got
so
that.
y'all talk about me on Fizz. Let's talk about it.
Let it go. Let go and let God.
Amen. That's the word for this podcast. Let go and let God. And while you're dropping gems as we wrap up this episode, this is the extra credit segment where you leave something with us, whether that's a question, that's a statement, something that you want to affirm for us, whatever you want to leave with us. Like I said, you could sing, you could dance, I don't know.
No, I don't got that. I'll just, I'll leave a question and then like some little words of wisdom. So like the question is, what are you really doing in college? You know what I mean? So like I was saying, one of the things is you have to make college your own experience. You can't just be like, I'm coming to college, get a degree, and then expect your degree as soon as you get this piece of paper to just get a job and your life just be cool. Like college is about networking at the end of the day. Like if you don't know anybody, if you get to your senior year about to graduate and be like, I'm still friends with the same people that I met when I first got here, you did not do college the right way. It's like you should know multiple different, because you got to understand you're going to school with doctors, dentists, lawyers, physical therapists, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like everybody has a career that they're trying to, get to. And like if you know these people, once you get to a point of success and they're at that same point of success, and you've known them since college and y'all had shared memories and, y'all have done a lot of things together.
Yep. It's
like these can be assets to you in your future as you can be an asset to them. And so with you, staying in your same box, not, opening up and not allowing yourself to know new people and do new things and get new experiences, it's just like you're hindering yourself at the end of the day. So really ask yourself, what are you doing in college? Like, how are you going to make new connections? How are you going to use these connections to get to where you want in life? How are you going to, just kind of build these connections and know these people and just further yourself in life as you're furthering them. It's just like figure all of that stuff out, because like I said, I don't want you to get to your senior year in college and you're like, I didn't really do anything that I was supposed to do in college,
Yeah, exactly. I really love that. I think I'm definitely going to think about that too, because I feel like that's a constant thing college students go through. It's like, what am I doing it? Or what am I doing? Why am I doing it? And also, who are you doing it for? Are you doing it for yourself or for your family, or for just trying to chase a bag? Chase a bag, y'all. That's all I'm going to say.
Get your money on.
Hey. Oh, yeah. I forgot it. Money man.
Get your money on.
Money man. But thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me
on this. Of course.
Such a great episode.
Thank you. You might have to swing back.
Might have to
Because
double back.
I fear this campus. But we'll get into that later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember that this podcast started off as a secret Tumblr. So go to Tumblr, look up justablackgirlatuni for all the things I've talked about on there. I've had this for a year now. So I've talked about long distance relationships. I've talked about mental health. I've talked about being a Black girl at a HBCU. I talked about it all. So definitely head over there and see what I talk about. I update it every once in a while. So definitely go over there. If you don't have Tumblr, just get a Tumblr, y'all. You get every other social media. If you got this, get Tumblr. That's all I'm saying. But also, YouTube. Check out Just a Black Girl at Uni for the video portion of this podcast. If you're listening on audio on Spotify, thank you so much. But head over to YouTube and see, how this whole thing went. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one. Remember, this is only the introduction to I Love You, Black Men. And we'll have more black male guests on here to talk about their mental health, because everybody's is different. So thank you so much for watching, and bye. You say bye to this camera. Bye.